Okay, let's study how to program the PIC microcontroller in the 16-bit mode. First of all, it has certain characteristics that I will discuss here one by one. Okay, it is a 16-bit timer mode. It means it allows us to upload or copy the values from 000 hex to FFF hex. Okay, into the timer 0 lower byte and timer 0 higher byte. Okay, this is the first step or the first characteristic that you should remember. The second characteristics of the 16-bit timer or programming is, once you have loaded the timer with the 16-bit initial value, timer must be started, and it is done by setting the timer 0 on register of the timer 0 control register by using the command bit set flag timer 0 control register, and which bit needs to set, it is the last bit of the timer 0 control register, that is timer on. In this way timer will be started. Once the timer is started, it starts to count up, and it counts up until it reaches to its maximum limit, that is FF hex. So whatever the starting value you will set, it can be from 000 hex or it can be from any non-zero value, and it will reach to the value tetra f hex. Once it will reach to this value, as discussed in the previous lecture, it will roll over, showing the overflow, and as it rolls over, it also sets the timer 0 interrupt flag, indicating that we need to stop the timer. The fourth step is, if we want to repeat the step or the processes for introducing the delays, we need to reload the values in the timer 0 lower byte and timer 0 higher byte. So they should again be loaded with the value, and after reloading the value, we need to clear the timer 0 interrupt flag so that we can continue with the process. So let's start the 16-bit timer programming. The first step is select the mode of the timer that is actually set using the timer 0 control register, which will actually be telling to our controller either it should be used as an 8-bit timer or a 16-bit timer, and what should be the mode of operation, and either the prescaler is needed or not, and all that we have already discussed. Then we need to load the timer registers. So timer 0 higher byte and the timer 0 lower byte should be loaded with the values from where we want to start our timer, or we can move FF hex or 01 hex in timer lower and the higher byte. One thing that you must note, that every time you are using the 16-bit timer mode, we should load the higher byte of the timer 0 first, and then we can load the lower byte of the timer. The reason is, if we have already started the timer, so the timer 0 higher byte is already copied into the temporary register, and timer will start from the lower value, and then there must be value present already in the higher byte of the timer. Okay, the third step is to start the timer using the command bit set flag timer 0 control register and that is timer 0 on bit. So this bit actually of the timer 0 control register will be set to 1, indicating to start the timer. The fourth step is to keep monitoring the timer 0 interrupt flag. Means the timer has rolled over from FF hex to 000 hex or not. If it has not rolled over, it means we need to keep monitoring the timer 0 interrupt flag until it's set to 1. As it is set to 1, we need to stop the timer with the instruction bit clear flag timer 0 control register, and which bit again the timer 0 on. Okay, timer 0, there is the 0 that I have skipped. The sixth step is go back to the step 2 where we need to reload the timers register. Okay, and you need to clear the timer 0 interrupt flag and then keep doing the same process. All right, so let's do an example in which we will be creating the square waveform of 50% duty cycle with, which means equal portions of high and low pulse. This is also 50% and this is also 50%. So for the equal duration, the pulse will be on and off using the timer programming, and this pulse should be generated at the 5th bit of port B. Timer 0 is used to generate the time delays. Okay. So this is the code for generating the square waveform of 50% duty cycle with using the timer in the 16-bit mode. It means both lower and the higher bytes of the timer register will be used for introducing the delays, and later on we will calculate the amount of the delay present or introduce that is actually introduced here. So let's just see. In the first step is to bit clear flag trace B, 5. It means the 5th pin of the port B has been cleared, indicating that it is being used as an output pin. So port B.5 is being used as an output pin, means here we will be getting the square waveform of 50% duty cycle. In the next command, we have placed 0x08 hex in the reg register, and then this value is copied in the timer 0 control register. So if I do write it here simply, this is the same value that I have discussed in the previous lecture, which will be indicating, which is actually indicating this is a 16-bit timer mode and the timer is off right now. No prescaler is used and it will be incremented from low to high pulse. Whenever the low to high pulse will be fed into the oscillator pin, it will keep incrementing from its starting value. Then we have placed FF hex into the higher byte of the timer 0 register and F2 hex into the lower byte of the register, and you can see clearly first we have loaded the higher byte of the register, and I have also mentioned the reason why we did so. So the value that has been loaded into the timer register is actually equal to FF to F2 hex. Okay, once these two values are loaded into the timer register in this command, we have cleared the timer 0 interrupt flag as a safe side, means there is no rollover being considered. and we also need to clear the interrupt flag every time it rolls over, so that's why this command is needed. In the next step, we have actually toggled the previous status of the port, fifth pin of the port B. So if it was 1 in the previous case, it will be set to 0. If it was set to 0, then it will become 1. So this will be actually used for toggling the pin of fifth pin of the port B. Okay, the next is the bit set flag timer 0 control register. So in this command, you can see we have started the timer. Start the timer. Okay. Now we need to monitor the interrupt flag of the timer 0 in the interrupt control register. So bit toggle flag and skip if set. This means if the timer 0 interrupt flag has been set to 1, or if it has rolled over from it, or if it has overflowed, then we need to ignore the next command, very next command to this. Means we don't need to loop it again, otherwise we will keep looping this label. Okay, so until the timer reaches to its maximum value, we will actually going back or branching back to the again label. uh, Once it rolls over, or if the interrupt flag becomes equal to 1, then we need to stop the timer. This command bit clear flag which is present, we need to stop the